In today's video, we're breaking down my full first round mock draft, picks 1 through 32, and looking at how each prospect fits with their new team. I'll give quick context on what these players have done in college and why they're worth this exact draft slot. Let's go pick by pick and build out the future of the NFL. The Titans kick things off by taking Ruben Bain Jr. out of Miami with the first overall pick. At 6'3", he's a compact, explosive edge rusher who's been living in opposing backfields since he stepped on campus. Tennessee needs a true game wrecker up front, and Bain's ability to win with power, leverage, and relentless effort makes him that guy. He immediately becomes the centerpiece of a rebuilt Titans pass rush. If his college production translates, he could quickly become one of the most feared pass rushers in the league. At pick 2, the Giants grab Arvell Reese from Ohio State to be the new leader of their defense. Reese is 6'4" and flies sideline to sideline, with the range to cover backs and tight ends, plus the size to take on guards. He was a tone setter for the Buckeyes, piling up tackles and big hits while also flashing blitz ability. In New York, he steps right into the middle of the defense and gives them the physical, athletic linebacker they've been missing. The Giants will count on him to become the heartbeat of their front seven for years. The Saints swing for a franchise quarterback at pick 3 with Fernando Mendoza out of Indiana. At 6'5" and 225, he brings prototypical size along with enough mobility to extend plays and work outside the pocket. Mendoza has earned this pick by elevating a limited Hoosiers offense, showing toughness, poise, and the ability to attack all 3 levels of the field. New Orleans gets a long-term answer under center who fits their vertical passing identity. If the Saints surround him with weapons, Mendoza has the tools to grow into a top-tier starter. With the 4th pick, the Jets add a defensive chess piece in Caleb Downs from Ohio State. Downs can play deep safety in the box or even match up in the slot, thanks to his instincts and tackling. He's proven at the college level that he's always around the ball, whether that's cleaning up in the run game or making plays in coverage. In New York, he gives their defense a versatile star on the back end to pair with their already dangerous pass rush. He has all-pro potential if the Jets fully unlock his versatility. The Raiders finally commit to their quarterback of the future at pick 5 with Dante Moore from Oregon. At 6'3", 205, Moore combines arm talent with smooth mechanics and the confidence to push the ball downfield. He's shown the ability to operate a high-tempo spread offense while still making NFL-level reads to build the entire offense around. If his decision-making continues to sharpen, he could be the best quarterback to come through the franchise since prime Derek Carr. Cleveland grabs Ty Simpson from Alabama at pick 6 to reset their long-term quarterback plan. Simpson is 6'2", 207, and brings a quick release, good athleticism, and plenty of experience against top SEC defenses. He's earned this slot by showing growth as a decision-maker, cutting down on mistakes, while still hitting big-time throws outside the numbers. The Browns get a talented QB who can develop behind their veteran or push for the job sooner than expected. If he adapts quickly to the pro game, he can stabilize a position that's been chaotic in Cleveland for years. The Commanders add juice to their offense at pick 7 with Jordan Tyson from Arizona. Tyson is a smooth vertical threat who can also separate on intermediate routes, giving his quarterback an all-level weapon. He's worked his way up draft boards by producing despite inconsistent quarterback play, showing strong hands and toughness after the catch. In Washington, he pairs perfectly with their existing weapons and gives their young QB another dynamic target. If he refines his route running even more, he can quickly become a true wide receiver 1. With pick 8, the Bengals protect their franchise quarterback by taking Spencer Fano out of Utah. At 6'6", 309, Fano has the length and athleticism to handle speed rushers while still having the power to move defenders in the run game. He earned first-round status by locking down the edge in the Big 12 and consistently improving his technique every season. Plugging him in at tackle gives Cincinnati much-needed stability on the offensive line. If he continues to polish his footwork, he has legit Pro Bowl upside. The Cardinals doubled down on the trenches at pick 9 with massive tackle Caden Proctor from Alabama. Proctor is a true people mover who can dominate in the run game and overwhelm rushers with his size. He's already proven he can handle elite SEC competition, and with continued refinement and pass sets, he can be a cornerstone tackle for a decade. Arizona gets a franchise bodyguard to keep their quarterback upright. With his rare frame, Proctor has the potential to anchor this line the way Trent Williams did in his prime. The Dolphins boost their front seven at pick 10 with Keldrick Falk out of Auburn. At 6'6", 284, Falk has rare length and power, allowing him to set the edge and still win as a pass rusher inside or outside. He's earned this pick by being a disruptive force in the SEC, racking up pressures and tackles for loss against top competition. Miami gets a versatile lineman who can line up all over the front and wreak havoc. If he develops a more refined pass rush plan, he can be a double-digit sack guy every season. At pick 11, the Rams select Jermon McCoy from Tennessee to bolster their secondary. McCoy has the size, fluid hips, and ball skills to hold up in press man or zone coverage. He's shown he can shadow top SEC receivers and make plays on the ball without drawing flags. McCoy is coming back from a torn ACL, but he still projects to be an elite corner in the NFL. He could be one of the best players in the secondary for the next decade. The Vikings go after a pass rusher at pick 12, grabbing David Bailey from Texas Tech. Bailey brings a quick first step and a deep bag of pass rush moves that have tortured Big 12 offensive tackles. He's earned this spot by consistently generating pressure and showing he can drop into space when asked. Minnesota gets a high motor edge defender who fits perfectly in their aggressive front. If he has just a bit more strength, he can become a 3-down terror off the edge. With pick 13, the Cowboys keep loading up on defense by selecting TJ Parker out of Clemson. At 6'3", 260, Parker is a strong, explosive edge who sets a firm edge in the run game and converts speed to power as a rusher. He's shined in big ACC matchups, showing he can win against NFL-caliber tackles. In Dallas, he joins a nasty rotation of pass rushers and helps keep constant pressure on opposing quarterbacks. His presence ensures the Cowboys can keep their defensive line fresh deep into the season. The Panthers address the offensive line at pick 14 with Francis Mauigoa from Miami. At 6'6", 335, Mauigoa is a powerful tackle with surprising movement skills, ideal for an offense that needs both pass protection and a physical run game. He's earned this selection by dominating in the run game and steadily improving his pass sets in college. Carolina finally gives their young quarterback a legitimate cornerstone on the edge. If he continues to clean up his hand usage, he could anchor this line for a decade. The Chiefs get more offensive firepower at pick 15 with Jeremiah Love from Notre Dame. At 6'2", 214, Love brings a great mix of burst, balance, and size, allowing him to run between the tackles or bounce plays outside. He's proven he can handle a big workload while also catching passes out of the backfield. In Kansas City, he becomes a perfect modern back for an offense that loves to move pieces around and create mismatches. With defenses already terrified of Patrick Mahomes, Love will see light boxes and feast. At pick 16, the Steelers add another playmaker with Mekhi Lemon from USC. At 5'11", 194, Lemon wins with crisp routes, strong hands, and toughness over the middle. He's earned this draft slot by putting up production in a crowded Trojans offense and consistently separating against man coverage. Pittsburgh gets a versatile receiver who can quickly become a third down and red zone favorite. He fits perfectly into the Steelers' tradition of turning smart, tough receivers into stars. The Texans continue to invest in protecting their young quarterback at pick 17 with Caleb Lomu from Utah. At 6'6" and 309 pounds, Lomu has the length and mobility to thrive in both pass protection and outside zone run schemes. He stood out in the Big 12 for his balance, footwork, and steady improvement each year. Houston plugs him in at tackle and upgrades both edges of their offensive line. A strong rookie season from Lomu could push this offense from good to elite. Detroit keeps building a bully up front at pick 18 by taking Peter Woods from Clemson. At 6'3", 311, Woods is a powerful interior lineman who wins with leverage, heavy hands, and a relentless motor. He's earned first-round status by consistently disrupting run plays and pushing the pocket from the inside. Pairing him with their edge talent makes the Lions' defensive front even more terrifying. His presence will free up teammates like Aiden Hutchinson to see more one-on-one matchups. The Ravens add another high-end corner at pick 19 with Mansour Delane out of LSU. At 6'1", 190, Delane has the size, fluid hips, and ball skills to hold up in press man or zone coverage. He's shown he can shadow top SEC receivers and make plays on the ball without drawing flags. In Baltimore's aggressive defense, he fits perfectly as a physical, versatile outside corner. If he cleans up some occasional grabby tendencies, he can grow into a shutdown guy. Tampa Bay strengthens its passing attack at pick 20 with tight end Kenyon Sadiq from Oregon. Sadiq is a true modern hybrid who can line up in the slot or as an H-back. He's earned this pick by being a matchup nightmare in college, consistently exploiting linebackers in coverage and winning in the red zone. The Bucs get a movable piece who can open up the middle of the field and create mismatches all over. With the right scheme, he could quickly become one of the most productive receiving tight ends in the NFC. The Bills take advantage of value at pick 21, landing Carnell Tate from Ohio State. Tate offers size, body control, and a large catch radius that makes him a natural boundary receiver. He's proved he can produce in a stacked Buckeyes receiver room while running a full route tree. Buffalo finally gets a true outside weapon to complement their existing passing attack. Josh Allen finally gets that big target who can win even when he's technically covered. Cleveland returns to the defensive side at pick 22 with Avion Terrell out of Clemson. At 5'11", 181, Terrell wins with quick feet, instincts, and competitiveness rather than pure size. He's consistently stayed in phase with receivers and shown the awareness to jump routes and create turnovers. The Browns add another sticky cover corner to match up in today's pass-heavy NFL. Pairing him with their existing secondary gives Cleveland the flexibility to blitz more often. The 49ers keep their linebacker pipeline strong with Anthony Hill Jr. from Tennessee at pick 23. Hill has the range to chase plays sideline to sideline and the strength to take on blocks in the box. He's earned this pick by being a do-everything linebacker, blitzing, covering, and tackling at a high level. In San Francisco's fast attacking defense, he fits perfectly as the next dynamic off-ball linebacker. He gives them insurance now and a potential future star if any of their current linebackers move on. Dallas swings on elite upside at pick 24 with Harold Perkins Jr. from LSU. Perkins is one of the most explosive defenders in the class, able to rush off the edge, spy mobile quarterbacks, or play off the ball. He's made a name for himself with splash plays, sacks, forced fumbles, and game-changing tackles. The Cowboys get a true defensive weapon they can deploy all over the field. If Dallas uses him creatively, Perkins could become the face of this defense. The Chargers fortify the middle of their defense at pick 25 with Caleb Banks out of Florida. At 6'5", 331, Banks is a massive interior presence who can eat blocks and still create push up the middle. He's earned this slot by proving he can anchor against double teams and disrupt both run and pass. Los Angeles finally gets the kind of powerful interior lineman they've been missing. His ability to control gaps should also free up their star edge rushers to make more plays. Chicago addresses its pass rush at pick 26 with LT Overton from Alabama. At 6'5", 278, Overton brings NFL-ready size, heavy hands, and the versatility to play in multiple fronts. He's produced against some of the best offensive lines in the country, showing he can win with both power and technique. The Bears finally get a true edge presence offenses have to game plan for. If he hits his stride early, Overton can completely change how teams attack Chicago's defense. The Seahawks look local at pick 27, selecting Denzel Boston from Washington. At 6'4", 209, Boston is a big-bodied receiver who thrives in contested catch situations and along the boundary. He's earned this pick by being a reliable red zone target and making tough grabs in traffic. Seattle adds another physical perimeter threat to pair with their speed and route running specialist. With his size and ball skills, he could quickly become a favorite on back shoulder throws and jump balls. With their second first-round pick, the Jets take quarterback Lenoris Sellers from South Carolina at pick 28. At 6'3", 240, Sellers is a powerful dual threat who can stress defenses with both his arm and his running ability. He's flashed big-time upside with deep accuracy and off-script playmaking in college. New York gets a high-ceiling QB who can develop behind a veteran and potentially become the long-term answer. In the right situation, he could become one of the most dangerous red zone quarterbacks in football. The Eagles swing for upside at pick 29 with Nico Yamaleava from UCLA. At 6'6", 216, Nico combines rare size and arm strength with enough mobility to be dangerous outside the pocket. He's earned the first-round shot by showing flashes of high-level processing and jaw-dropping throws when everything syncs up. Philadelphia gives him time to grow in a QB-friendly system that can maximize his strengths. If the development curve hits, Nico has the traits to become a top 10 quarterback in the league. Denver shores up the middle of its defense at pick 30 with CJ Allen out of Georgia. At 6'1", 236, Allen is a downhill thumper with the range and instincts to patrol the second level. He's been a tackling machine in the SEC, rarely missing in the open field and diagnosing plays quickly. The Broncos get a leader in the making who fits their physical defensive identity. With his temperament, he could wear the green dot and call the defense sooner rather than later. With pick 31, the Rams invest in their future at quarterback by drafting Sam Leavitt from Arizona State. At 6'2", 205, Leavitt offers good mobility, a quick release, and the confidence to attack downfield windows. He's elevated his college offense with aggressive decision-making and steady improvement in his reads. In Los Angeles, he can sit behind a veteran, learn a QB-friendly system, and eventually take over as the next starter. If his processing keeps trending up, he could be one of the steals of this draft. Closing out the first round, the Patriots select A.J. Harris from Penn State at pick 32. At 6'1", 185, Harris has the length and movement skills New England loves in its press man corners. He's proven he can blanket Big Ten receivers and stay disciplined in complex coverage schemes. The Patriots add another smart physical defensive back who perfectly fits their system. In Mike Vrabel's style of defense, he has a real shot to grow into a true number one corner. And that's the full first round of this mock draft. From Ruben Bain Jr. at 1, all the way to A.J. Harris at 32. Some teams found immediate starters, others took big swings on upside, and every pick changes the league's future just a little bit. Drop your biggest disagreement in the comments. Tell me who your team should have taken instead. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.